Let's unbox this bad boy. I've never installed one of these cages before, so this is going to be a learning experience for me. But just mocking up the cage to the bike, this guy right here is going to mount up to my motor mount bolt, and then in the back here there should be an all thread back here. Probably right behind this. And then I should have a crossbar here on the bottom that mounts to the other side as well. I watched a few install videos. They had the great idea of installing the crossbar on one side before putting it on the bike, just to make it that much easier. Just gonna get her hand tight, get her snug. Wow, look at that. Right through there. In order to bolt my cage on, I'm gonna have to drill a hole straight through the plastics. There's no way for me to really line it up perfectly, so I'm just gonna have to take that leap of faith. Only if this was the perfect spot right here. So I gotta drill somewhere like right here. And boom. Look, these are the two holes I drilled.
Damn.
They're fucking nearly identical somehow.
It's pretty fucking good, actually.
Moment of truth. Oh my god. It's fucking perfect. Little sneak peek. Fucking sick. I'm about to give you the measurements exactly where to drill the hole. So obviously you want to aim for your motor mount right back in there. You take the tape measure, put it right up to here. It's about the center of the hole, say about 3.5 inches down from this right here, right at the bend. And we'll go from the start of this opening right here. Let's say it's about 4.5. Bend, 3.5. Opening, 4.5. Gotta keep that work area clean and organized, son. So I believe this guy is supposed to go straight through there, through your cage, and replace the stock all thread already in there. Believe it or not, the all thread seems to be up here. So you're supposed to run it through this. And then you got these little pucks for the back. They insert right here behind, and then you just screw it in right through there. Grab my puck. So now I'm trying to figure you out. Alright, so this may or may not be a very notable tip. The bolt that holds the top of the cage up here, you can see that it's a bolt with a crush washer, a spacer, and then a nut on the end. And that's the exact same thing that's already in here. So when you go to take this bolt out, just take the nut off your new one, your new bolt, and you're just gonna push your old bolt out with your new one, just in case this bolt happens to be supporting anything inside. So before we take this bolt out and replace it with this one, I need to get my cage back on and ready to go, and I need to drill another hole. I threw the bike on the rear stand just to get a better view of this side. Another notable mention I want to make: before you start drilling anything into your plastics, just go ahead and feel behind, make sure there's no wires or nothing sitting back there. So we got 4.5 from the start of the opening and 3.5 from the bend in your opening right here. And we'll make a little X. There she is, folks. So you can see here on this one, it's just above the bottom of this gray line and right through the middle of this green one. Just as it is over here. I'm just too good, man. Let's mock her up a little bit. Oh, beautiful. Alright, time to crack this baby loose. Gotta grab your extension, 9/16 socket, and it's probably a good idea to have somebody right on the other side holding the head of that bolt so it doesn't just spin. Alright, I can feel it spinning. Oh yeah, there we go, baby. She is loose, that's for sure. Woo. She rusty. Grab your new bolt. Get that nut off. Cage needs to be on. Bolt needs to be fed through the cage. Yo.
Oyster base here. How do I get in there?
I'm gonna tap it through with this extension and a hammer. Do you want to just like grab it as it comes out? Should come out right through here.
You want me to grab it like right away?
No, just like catch it when it comes all the way through.
Okay.
Alright, now it feels like it's seated. Look, these are the two holes I drilled.
Damn.
They're fucking nearly identical somehow.
It's pretty fucking good, actually. How do you know where to cut?
I just guessed, bro.
That's crazy.
I took measurements on that side from like this point and right here.
It actually
like,
looks really good.
Vertical and horizontal.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Bro, this bike's gonna be sick. Like, is it gonna give you enough room?
Alright, so there's our threads in there. Grab the other side of your cage. Go ahead and slide her on there. So I just discovered that this side of your cage, right at the top, is threaded up in there. Ryan's gonna wrench the head from the other side as I hold this cage up. Wrench her down, brother.
We'll go slow. Feels a little sketch.
Do you want to switch? Here, let's switch. Let me get a feel for it.
Yeah, you go.
Just come hold this side.
I started it a little bit.
I started it.
I started it. Yeah.
I think it's just that
It could
beginning
just be that
thread.
fucking, yeah.
Yeah, it's getting easier. Oh yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Oh damn. I think that's it right there.
Is it?
Yeah. All right, so once you got the top of your cage sufficiently wrenched down, you're gonna come to the back.
That goes almost like yellow.
Yeah.
Good.
I think I got it from Amazon. I'm gonna fucking put up lights for 4th of July. It's Christmas. Serpentine tail.
There you go.
All right, so we couldn't get the spacer to fit on there. I'm not sure if that matters or not, but we're just gonna throw the nut on the end of the bolt and call it a day.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's like,
Pull that side in.
yeah.
Right there.
Crash cage is installed.
Dope.
All I got to do now is throw the pucks on, decals. I'm loving the way it looks though.
It looks fire.
Fucking B-roll. So I got a little carried away last night with my crash cage install. My boy brought his bike over, so we were working on his bike too a little bit. But today I'm back at it and be finishing up the rear sets as well. And then I'll have my full stunt cage and rear sets installed. First step is gonna be getting these stalker pegs off. Got a lot going on here with the exhaust connected, as well as the rear brake reservoir, but we'll get it all figured out. Probably a better idea to leave these bolts on so this whole thing is stable when you're taking the exhaust and the brake reservoir off, but I'm gonna figure it out. Probably gonna have to get this piece off of the rear peg assembly so we still have something to hold our brake reservoir. And just like that, there's our rear peg assembly. And I already know this side's gonna be easier. Ain't got a single thing attached on here. I don't even got a bolt down here. Just one up top. So this is actually a cheap little eBay rear peg assembly that I had to pick up after I crashed my bike about a little over a year ago. Might not be pretty, but it got the job done, you know. All right, let's grab our rear set. Uh-oh. She don't fit. She don't fit. Oh no. There she goes. For my exhaust, I'm gonna need the spacer that's still in here. Fuck yeah. Alright, let's see how to configure this on. That's a perfect fitment right there. Not a Lil Peep fan, y'all, sorry. She's ass. Let's see, do we even have anywhere to mount this on? Might just have to run a zip tie, to be honest. Yeah, I like that a lot better. Clean, son. Alright, front cage is on, rear set's on. Just gotta add the pucks and the decals, finishing touches, we'll be done. Alright, so these are gonna be for our rear sets. This one's gonna be for our crash cage up front. So you're going to take your puck, find your pilot hole, and line that pilot hole up with the hole already drilled in your crash cage. Grab a screw. And I'm just gonna get it started with my hand. Alright, so you cannot get this started with your hand. Go ahead and grab an impact. So for these screws, it's gonna be a 3/8 socket. Not sure why that one's a little tight fit, but whatever. That's all there is to it, people. Alright. Looks like this pre-drilled hole is on the back side. That completes our crash cage and rear set install on the Ninja 300. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope it helps. I'm in love with it, man.